Kimberly Palmer is the author of Generation Earn, the young professional's guide to spending, investing, and giving back. Kimberly, it's great to have you here.
Thanks, Mary. Great to be here.
So what's your advice to Cindy?
Well, the first thing to know is that renting is not throwing money away. That is such a myth that's out there. And there are actually a lot of hidden costs associated with home ownership that people don't think of ahead of time. Things like taxes and insurance, and even the fact that you're responsible if your washing machine breaks down or you need to fix your appliances. So you really need to think about that ahead of time. And the fact is, if you're not ready to take on all of those costs, all of that responsibility, then renting can really be the right choice.
And getting a good night's sleep has a price tag too, doesn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Now let's talk about this generation, the new professionals out there. They have essentially come out into the working world with more debt than their parents did at their age. How is it affecting them?
Well, it's surprising that we actually are not doing as badly as a lot of stereotypes out there would suggest. So even though we've sort of been dubbed Generation Debt and people think we're bad with money, we're actually not so much. And a big part of that is because it's been so rough for us. Because of the recession, we've had to learn quickly. The recession has really taught us that we can't keep all this debt. We have to learn how to pay it off. We have to get on a budget. We've watched our parents actually struggle with a lot of mistakes and thought to ourselves, you know, we need to figure out how to really get on top of our money. So in a way, the silver lining to how hard it's been has been that it's forced us to educate ourselves.
And so if you didn't grow up with those money skills at home, maybe mom and dad were Generation Debt, right? And you're trying to figure it out to get yourself on track. What do you recommend?
Well, the number one thing is to start saving more. I actually suggest figuring out a way to save as much as 1/3 of your income. And that really sounds crazy to a lot of people, and it's impossible at some times of your life. But on average, if you can shoot for that, and that includes your retirement savings, it's really the only way to start feeling like you are financially secure and building towards that security that everyone wants.
And of course, student loans. A lot of folks start the workforce, their first job in the workforce. They're worried about, can they pay back those student loans? And that's important to take those loans very seriously.
It is. And it can be so overwhelming because a lot of people graduate with tens of thousands of dollars of debt. A little myth that is out there is that all student loan debt is good debt. People think they can just relax and pay off the student loan debt out over the entire 20 or 30-year term, but it can actually make sense to pay it off early. And if you can, I mean, if you have money in your savings account, right now, money in savings accounts is earning so little, 1%, maybe a little bit more if you're lucky. If you can pay off your high-interest student loans with that money instead, then you can actually come out ahead.
Do you recommend folks consolidate those loans?
I do, and that's something that depends on the situation, but you absolutely want to look into that. And it can also just help you to get organized and to feel like you know where your money is if you absolutely know where the money is, who you owe money to, and get on a schedule for paying it off.
Kimberly, thank you so much.